Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Lakwatsirong Butiki. Mula doon sa makasaysayang simbahan ng Baras, Rizal, ang Diocesan Shrine and Parish of St. Joseph o mas kilala rin sa pangalan na Baras Church. Nakatawid na ang Butiki ngayon dito sa tanyag rin na simbahan ng Valenzuela City, ang National Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima. Samahan niyo ako dito, guys! The National Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima is a parish church and national shrine in the Diocese of Malolos. It serves as a Philippine apostolate of Our Lady of Fatima in Fatima, Portugal, which is recognized by the Roman Catholic Church in the Philippines. The shrine is located near the Our Lady of Fatima University campus in Marolas, Valenzuela City. The shrine is one of the three major pilgrimage sites in the Diocese of Malolos, with the National Shrine of St. Anne in Hagonoy and the National Shrine of Divine Mercy in Marilao as the other sites. The National Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima is the home of the national pilgrim image of Our Lady of Fatima, the image that became the forefront of the 1986 EDSA People Power Revolution. 40 years after Our Lady's apparition in Fatima, the devotion to her reached the shores of the Orient through the establishment of the first chapter of the Blue Army of Our Lady of Fatima, now known as the World Apostolate of Fatima in Mangaldan, Pangasinan, in 1961, a year after July 21, 1960, when the town of Pulo was divided, which resulted to the creation of the new municipality of Valenzuela pursuant to the Executive Order 401 signed by then President Carlos P. Garcia. The old church of San Diego de Alcala in Pulo, Bulacan, built by the Franciscan friars in 1629, was too far for the people of Valenzuela. It was the time when they, yearning for the love of the Lord, were in need for a church that can be called their own. Responding to the need to form a new parish aside from the old one in Pulo, Manila, Archbishop Rufino Cardinal Santos canonically established on March 7, 1961, a new parish in Valenzuela and appointed Reverend Father Espirito D. Izon as its first parish priest. Cardinal Santos readily agreed to the suggestion of Izon that the new parish be placed under the patronage of Our Lady of Fatima. Little did he know that the institution of the new parish would soon become a midpoint of Marian devotion in the town and eventually in the country. Upon the creation of the parish, there was no yet available place where a church and rectory could be built. Izon started working to fulfill the realization of such endeavor despite the fact that there were also no facilities and equipment for the liturgical services and no funds to start them. Thankfully, the late Don Vicente Araneta generously offered the use of the chapel of their company, the Gregorio Araneta Machineries Incorporated compound near MacArthur Highway, as the temporary parish church and convent. For the next years, Father Izon unfolded his plans to build a community of faithful in the parish, including the organization of the Parish Pastoral Council and some religious associations. Not long, the need to start building a church edifice in honor of Our Lady of Fatima remained to be an urgent priority. Meanwhile, on September 11, 1963, through an executive order issued by President Diosdado Macapagal, he reunited the two separated towns of Pulo and Valenzuela and retained the name Valenzuela for the reunified town in memory of the homegrown hero, Dr. Pio Valenzuela. Because of the necessity to build the church, Izon sought the help of the parishioners and went to different places nearby to look for an appropriate site where the church and rectory could be constructed. After his many struggles, he approached and appealed to the kindness of the children of Don Emeterio Barcelon to donate a part of their land situated at the highest portion of Pag-asa 1 subdivision. The Barcelon family donated 3,000 square meter lot, which is 1,000 meters from MacArthur Highway. After the lot was turned over to the parish, Izon requested architect Marcelo Samaniego to draw a blueprint of the unique church with a fan-shaped structure and engineer David Consonje to prepare the specifications. On February 7, 1965, Most Reverend Manuel P. Del Rosario, Bishop of Malolos, blessed and laid the cornerstone of the church. This began the tiresome years of its completion. Furthermore, the leadership of the Parish Pastoral Council presidents such as Cesar Villaruel, Gregorio Marcelo, Dr. Jose Texon, Felicissimo Agas, Felipe Sinining, and Carlo Magno became thriving. This made possible the completion of the basement of the church, which was in time for its blessing in March 1974, where masses and other liturgical activities were temporarily held. Several organizations also rendered a great help for soliciting funds for the construction. These were the Catholic Women's League, Legion of Mary, Catholic Youth Organization, Apostolado ng Panalangin, Black Rosary Movement, Confraternity of Our Lady of Lourdes, Knights of Columbus, and Adoración Nocturna Filipina. In gratitude to this organization, the streets within the church vicinity were named after them. After more than 10 years of slow and painstaking progress of the construction of the church, Servando Floro, Lydia de Dios, Magno, and Agas suggested to have dawn penitential procession every first Saturday of the month as an offering of the faithful for the immediate completion of the church, which Izon positively approved. Barefoot devotees regularly attended the procession, and not long afterwards, large donations came from benefactors and considerable amounts were produced in fundraising projects. 2 years after the blessing of the basement, in the middle of the enormous construction project, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, or CBCP, then headed by Julio Cardinal Rosales, declared that the parish would become a national shrine on June 12, 1976. Deeply honored and jubilant, parishioners and devotees of Our Lady presumed leadership in spreading the devotion to and message of Our Lady of Fatima not only in Valenzuela but throughout the adjacent towns of the Bulacan province and Metro Manila and eventually in the whole Philippines. The declaration of the parish as a national shrine also paved the way for the visitations of the image of Our Lady of Fatima in the Diocese of Malolos, which started between July 1977 to June 1978 under the leadership of the diocese's second bishop, Cirilo R. Almario Jr. It was also noteworthy that as the people venerated and showed special love for Our Lady, after it was proclaimed as a national shrine, the solemn canonical coronation of the image of Our Lady of Fatima, which was first enshrined at the GAMI Chapel, was held on March 6, 1977. The Eucharistic celebration was headed by Bishop Almario. Doña Josefa Edralin Marcos, mother of the former Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos, led the canonical coronation ceremony and was assisted by Amparo Asperas, while Carmen Santos donated the crown. The rites took place at the basement of the church. On September 4, 1982, Izon approved the creation of the World Apostolate of Fatima chapter in the parish, which received astonishing support from the parishioners as well as the lay leaders. Since the national shrine was slowly becoming known in the country, then Tourism Minister Jose T. Aspiras declared it as a tourist site on December 3, 1982. The solemn dedication rites of the national shrine was held in the morning of December 11, 1982. It was led by the Apostolic Nuncio to the Philippines, Archbishop Bruno Torpigliani, as the principal consecrator, while Manila Archbishop Jaime Cardinal Sin as the main celebrant and homilist of the Eucharistic celebration. 12 archbishops and bishops from the different parts of the country were the consecrators of the 12 crosses. Luciano Guerra, rector of the Sanctuary and Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima in Fatima, Portugal, graced the event as a representative of the Bishop of Lieria, Alberto Cosme do Amaral. The rites of dedication rewarded the rigorous efforts of Izon, the lay leaders, parishioners, devotees, and benefactors in completing the construction of the church after years of planning and fundraising. Mula naman dito sa National Shrine of Our Lady of Fatima dito sa Valenzuela City, gagapang pa ang butiki ngayon patungong Quezon City. Isang makasasayang simbahan naman ang pupuntiryahin ko doon, ang National Shrine of Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary, o mas bantog rin sa tawag na Santo Domingo Church. Abangan nyo ko doon, guys! Bye-bye!